Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right into it, y'all. Watch me while I restore this ugly door. This door has been the ugly focal point of my home for some time now. This door was not the kind of door that I initially wanted. I preferred a wood door, but wood doors are pricey, and I just want to see if I can work my magic on it first before I go out there and spend a lot of money. So I'm always up to something, always trying to do some type of DIY, whatever I can get my hands on. So when I thought about this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Boom, bam, I'm gonna get it done. Went to Menards, purchased my materials, spoke with a salesperson, gave them a picture of my home, asked them what color do they think would be suitable for this house, my interior, and he agreed that something dark would work. So first off, this door was purchased by the insurance company because 5 days after closing on our home, we had a house fire. You heard me, 5 days after closing on it. And yeah, that's just a whole nother story for a whole nother different day. So everything in our house was actually, this wasn't the door that was on the home when I did the closing and the walkthrough. So the insurance company actually asked me what kind of door I want. I'm thinking, I don't know nothing about what kind of door to pick. So they went with the cheapest one and they painted it. So like I said, it's fried. It's been fried. It's even frieder when it started peeling and attracting all the dirt that you see on the side. No matter how much I cleaned it, it just always seemed like it would get dirty there. So the salesperson told me to go ahead and give me a primer, apply my primer real nice, and that would help the actual paint to stick, and then the paint job look flush. So I went ahead and did that after I taped up everything, which was a tedious process. And I'm gonna tell you, that's the worst part of painting, is taping up everything, because I like to jump into my projects right away. I like to jump into them, and then I usually have to circle back when I make mistakes because I didn't do the prep work right. So I took this some time, taped up as much as my little patience would allow me to tape up, and then I started applying the primer. Now, painting is tiresome. I realized that quickly. Like, it's not as easy as you think it is. Like, I was fatigued off of that little bit of just applying the little primer or whatever. And the primer is not something like that really kind of show like that. So it was really no way of me gauging like whether or not I was applying it all where I needed to. So I just was going back, double backing, just to make sure that I got all the spaces that I needed. So then I realized after doing that, okay, there's some more tape you need to apply just to make sure that I didn't paint the little whatever that is on the bottom of the door. So I applied the tape, and then I'm very cost effective. So I poured whatever I didn't use back in the bucket. Now I'm gonna let this dry. Now, after letting it dry, which it took only a couple of minutes to dry, I went ahead and started to apply my interior paint. I went with a dark chocolate brown. I was kind of nervous about how it would lay out, but after a while, it started looking promising. Initially, when I was painting, I'm like, what have I done? I do not like this. And I asked my brother-in-law prior to doing this, I'm like, what brush do you think I should use? He said, go with a roller, because it'll make it all even. It'll make it look nice. Of course, by that time I had already bought brushes. So I'm like, he don't know what he talking about. I'm going to use my brushes. So that's what I did. I used my brushes, and then I noticed it was streaky. The very reason why he told me to use a roller. It was streaky and everything. And I'm like, this door going to look a mess. But I had to keep going. I came too far. So I'm like, I got to make it to the end and see how it looked. So again, I went back in. I was told that I would have to do at least 2 coats. So I was still trying not to get too nervous about the first coat and how it looked. And I kept the faith and kept painting. And again, I was very tired, but I kept going. So Y'all, painting is tiresome. I think I've already said that, but I'll say it again. Like, I was exhausted from doing this a little bit. And here I was thinking, oh no, I can paint up this, I can paint up that. Let me give me a little painting company. No. I mean, I like painting pictures. That's the extent of it. Painting doors, like that little bitty door, like took me a couple hours. But I can say it was very relaxing as far as, it was just, it's therapeutic, like, because I could see like the goal like right in front of me, and I was ready to get done with it. So yeah, it had its benefits. It definitely had its benefits. So once I finished that, it began noticing like, okay, maybe this will turn out all right. Like I wanted to have like a wood door look without it actually being a wood door. So look at that, y'all. Once I finish, I'm like, okay, my second coat, I'm going to go ahead and do what I was told to do. I'm going to use a roller because I already had a roller purchase. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. I'm like, I spent all this time, made the job that much harder, using a paintbrush, and I could have just used a roller and it looked better. Like the roller gave it a cleaner look, So my brother-in-law was right. Like, women, we just don't be listening. We got to find out the hard way. But guess what? Finding out the hard way sometimes I think is the best way, because you know not to make that mistake again. So yeah, I was so pleased at how it was turning out. I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and get the other parts of the door. I was planning initially to wait to do that till another day because I was so exhausted. But it was looking so good. I'm like, I'm going to do these side panels too, y'all. I'm about to bust it out. But then again, I had to start with the tape to make sure I didn't tape up the window pane. So yeah, went through that process, taped up everything as best as I could, as much as my patience would allow. But the good thing is that all I had to do was tape up the little window slot and then a little bit at the bottom, and then the rest I could just free paint. So once I did that, y'all, I got to using my roller this time, and voila, I think it turned out good. Tell me what y'all think in the comments.